Alrighty. Alrighty, looks like we're good now. Looks like we are into game. Hopefully my mic is going to jump through there as well. And we will be able to in just 1 second. Alrighty, try talking now.
Yo.
Yeah, we're good. We're up and we are ready to go. Thank you, Ghost Trot and chat. We are all good and going. Yeah, the TeamSpeak, as I said before, TeamSpeak is below, and you can check out. Feel free to come on and have a yarn. That is what we're here for. But I thought we'd kick off the evening by talking about some international Dota while we're here. Have you caught much of the epicenter land so far?
Yeah, I've been keeping up a little bit. Yeah, it's been interesting so far. You know, I'm always down for good quality Dota when it's on, so I try catch as much of these tournaments as possible.
Yeah. I mean, for those who haven't caught much of it, this is the third day of the tournament.
Nubia absolutely decking everyone. That's what I want to say.
Yeah, that is it. They are 29-0. They're like, it was one of those things when they came into the tournament where it was like, okay, so you've proven yourself in China. Like they were 24-0, whatever, 23-0 coming into the tournament. Yeah, and it was
monumental.
Yeah, and so it was kind of like, okay, so you've proven yourself against the Chinese teams who are at the moment slightly weaker region. Like, can you do it? Can you do it up against the Big Smoke at the epicenter land? And yeah, like you said, they've come through and just steamrolled both teams. They are now 29-0, which is a record surpassing the old Na'Vi, back when Na'Vi was... Well, didn't need to be back because they were still there.
Secret's come the closest to taking them out, I have to say. It was pretty close that game too.
And so I believe what this best of 3 series means is that if they win this, they go through to the upper bracket. So the upper bracket starts tomorrow. It's a double elim. If they win this,
now the winner of this faces they face someone EG.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we might get secret.
And then the winner of that versus EG gets upper bracket.
Ah, I see.
So still a bit to go, but it's still, I guess, plenty on the line for this match. I think Alliance... No, this isn't Alliance, but I was watching the Alliance game earlier, and because they lost yesterday, and then they came out again, and it looks like because they tried to run like Spectre and shit yesterday, and it didn't really work out for them. They tried to take it late, and then today they kind of just did a way more traditional Alliance thing and just went early, you know, and it worked out so much better for them.
Yeah, I mean...
What do you think? What do you think about the new VP roster? I think it's been a little bit underwhelming so far. I haven't seen them do too much.
Who did they bring in? They brought in...
So they split up VP to VP and Polarity, and they kept G and F and G, and then Aloha Dance, Yoki, and No Fair have joined VP, and then the other players went to Polarity.
Okay. I mean,
they're all good players, though.
I look at that team, FNG, Yoki, like G, Aloha Dance, and No Fear. Like that's a pretty good team. Like that's nothing to kind of scoff at.
Why is G playing an Alchemist though? That's what I want to know.
Alchemist only has like 3 buttons. Like how's he meant to play Alchemist?
Yeah, I want to see the G Ember Spirit. I've seen him do some crazy shit on that hero. It's probably because Shadow Fiend's not on the meta. You know, if Shadow Fiend's in the meta, then G's having a good time.
The G Dragonite was something that was always hyped about, and I think we might see a bit more of that this patch. But I mean, moving on to kind of general patch comments. I mean, I've seen a lot of Dragonite, I've seen a lot of Lifestealer and Timbersaw actually, in terms of pubs as well. Not so much Timbersaw,
really?
Not so much Timbersaw in pro play, but in high level pubs, at least in this kind of region, lots of Dragonites, lots of Lifestealers.
I think we're still seeing this meta develop so much though, because if I look back a week or two ago, whenever it came out, like just like even day by day, like new heroes are kind of being discovered and then being favored, and then the heroes that were favored yesterday are being slightly less represented in the drafts, and so it's kind of interesting now. People are like experimenting, I guess, a lot, and then new things are coming out of the woodwork. So I probably like it's quite an exciting place to be in, because then somebody will work out something crazy, and then it looks like nobody's already worked out something. They must have worked out something about this meta, but yeah, people will start to look to take them down soon.
That's like, this is for sure my favourite time in a patch, eh? It's like somewhere between like 2 to 4 weeks into a new patch, and everyone's kind of like sort of figured out. And then we've also got a large tournament as well, which is virtually as like as big as a major, like really in terms of the teams they've got there. So it's the top teams playing the top teams, the MVP troll. But like I just feel as though like I wish the rest of the patch goes like this, because I can guarantee in a couple of months' time, I guess it's going to be the same old heroes, probably again, but for the time being, it's kind of exciting. You've got to discover who is going to be top, and Meister comments in the chat, why is SF not in the meta, and thoughts around that, and I think that's just general playstyle. Like, typically, like, farming mids, like, aren't in favour at the moment, like, as much as other heroes.
Yeah, it's an interesting comment. I feel like some of the other mid heroes have had buffs though.
Yeah.
And then also there's some changes to the camps. And like also, yeah, I definitely think it's not really much a farming meta, as you say. Like, I guess that old 6.83 meta or whatever it was of just farming, they're stacking the radiant camps and then the mid lane just falling off and recovering. The recover farm meta.
I would like to see him back. I mean, there is a certain level of skill that, like, a Shadow Fiend possesses, but then at the same time it is like back when SF was meta and we saw the same, SF doesn't matter if he got crushed in his lane, he would go back and like level 3 raise, like triple raise a 3-stack large camp, and all of a sudden he's caught up, and that's, I don't know, I
feel like also Shadow Fiend just has like such a specific timing on him that like you kind of get real huge and then become this raid boss, and then you just start to fall off a bit, and like people aren't really willing to take that risk of like trying to play that, because some games, like that's the thing about this patch and maybe the last patch as well, is that games tend to, like, actually this patch games go for like on average longer, I heard, but it tends to be like push strats are still reasonably viable, and like you kind of have to be prepared for like all stages of the game, and Shadow Fiend kind of just has too much of specific timing.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing like your DKs and your alchemists, like just because they bring something different. Like I think at the moment it's kind of been who's got the better push. Like that's from what I've seen from like the meta at the moment. It's kind of who's got the better push, who can push fastest, reach their timing window first, and do the other teams have any kind of something to stop them in this game. I mean, we see like it's an Enigma up against a Chen, like Enigma, Jug, Prophet, DK up against that's like
feral.
An Elk, Chen, Lifestealer, like, and then you've got the Nyx and Venge for initiation, and then you've got the Lion for lockdown initiation on Secret. It's kind of like the same draft, but like on either sides. You've got you've got a BKB piercing carry. You've got the only real difference is the offlaner is like a Prophet as opposed to a Nyx, but you've got a BKB, like again Lifestealer and Juggernaut are good against stuns because they're not like innate BKB carriers. You've got greedy junglers who are going to help a push, and a Chen and an Enigma. Well, not even greedy, but like junglers that will help to push. And then you've got a Vengeful and a Lion who just provide that kind of stun. And disable as well. It's obviously the positioning from the Venge, so I don't know.
I actually think that we'll see a Shadow Fiend sometime in the next, like either this tournament or in the major. I reckon Shadow Fiend people will start playing around, because if you're playing around with the Dragon Knight, I reckon you can play around with the Shadow Fiend.
This is true. I mean, like given a good lane, like Shadow Fiend is can win it fairly easily. But like the question is, would you rather win like a mid with, like, say you're up against an Alchemist or a DK, like, would you rather win mid with, like, an SF who's gonna look to farm, and while he farms, like, your base gets pushed by a DK, or, like, an Alchemist who goes back and farms, and you have like minimal impacts in team fights, or you go something like a Quap or a Puck, who, if you have a good laning stage, can actually kind of start affecting the game straight away. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think you just need to draft around his timing, I think.
Yeah. Is this game a replay, Meister? No, it is not. This is live as we speak. All the way from Moscow. I wish we were there.
Secret are looking good, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be a little bit of a meme when you've got RTZ and like EE playing in the same team.
Hard out, eh?
But like, it's either going to go one or two ways, right? We haven't really seen like the full extent of kind of whether or not Secret's going to go one of those two ways. Either they're going to incessantly feed and just lose, or they're going to be like odds on the best team in the world. Cause
I'm just waiting to see like the huge throw. There'll be one game I think they do, and then EE or RTZ will just throw so hard.
But that's like in theory what's so good about Secret is because Puppy's meant to be there and be like and try to like quell the RTZ and EE's. Yeah, that's
too
true.
much throw capacity now. You have double throw capacity as opposed to only having one throw capacity before.
Can't actually handle. The
game. Did you see the game they played against Newbie? That game 2.
I saw the scorecard. I didn't actually see the game.
Yeah, it was like real long and it was real interesting to watch, because Secret were definitely not going down easy. They pulled out some like real crazy smoke plays and stuff like that.
I mean, in theory, you've got Poppy, who you could argue is has been consistently the best Western captain, like, of all time. Actually, I don't even think that's a contest. Like, PPD would be the only other one you maybe would look at and say that, in terms of just straight captaincy, like, you'd probably have to say Poppy, and then, like, I don't know, EE and RTZ have just been, in terms of, like, those North American farming players, two of the best. Strength Heroes seem to be in right now. Meister says in chat, DK Elk, Timber Axe, Fen, etc. Echo Saber and Blade Mail buffs maybe. Yeah, I'm actually I was pleasantly surprised with how well Echo Saber works. Like I honestly thought it was a gimmick. Like when I
saw a game yesterday that like it's a real good item, but I saw a game yesterday that a Tiny picked it up.
Yeah.
And I feel like if a Tiny in that game, if the Tiny went for a BKB straight up rather than going for the Echo Saber, they probably would have done way more because he got an Echo Saber, but it just didn't really like do that much, and he just got kited and locked down and shit, you know.
Yeah, up on certain heroes like Lifestealer or like a Sven. Oh, I mean Lifestealer it's okay, but like especially on a hero like Sven.
Oh, there's heaps of heroes that's good on though, I reckon.
Yeah, it's like
so cheap, so like you can. It's one of those items that allows you to transition, like so you can get it and you're able to fight and farm a little bit more effective, and it's just like it enables you like a little buffer so you can build up those big items.
So I was thinking about this earlier today, and like we just seen, for those who don't know, Miracle from OG has just hit 9k.
Yo.
What about an MMR reset rather? Like, or like some method.
Like LOL does that.
Yeah, exactly. Like LOL does that.
But if you don't play for a while, then you have to recalibrate or something like that. Or
but also like at the end,
recalibrate if you want to.
I think it's at the end of the season for LOL or something like that. Like they have different calibrations, but I'm not sure. But because you just see like these crazy numbers come out, and it's like for someone like Miracle at like 6k, sorry, it doesn't matter if you're like 8k or 9k, you're going to be in the same games, and you're going to be in the same games. As HSC VP just called GG. It's
hard. They got so wrecked.
Yeah. I don't know, like some method of being able to have that reset, because I mean.
No, I think. Like I could see it being useful for if you haven't played for ages, and then like you're like you take a while to get back up to speed, I guess.
CS:GO have a similar system where if you haven't played, you informally lose your ranking. Like you don't.
Oh really?
You don't display your rank, but you play like 2 or 3 games at that level, and if obviously you get dumped in those 3 games, you get dropped down, or if like they kind of have like those 3 calibration games.
Shit, I'm gonna lose my silver 4.
Yeah, bro, I was like...
Don't play enough.
I lost my Silver Elite Master or something.
Oh, no.
It was like a disaster.
All those 20 hours you put in. Shit.
Fuck yeah. I dropped like a good $15. Did you play the Overwatch beta?
The what?
The Overwatch alpha, like the Overwatch game that was like released, like, well, it wasn't released, but the alpha was released last weekend. It's kind of like it's Blizzard's cross between like TF2 and
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
like,
I heard people were upset about it, but that's about it.
I thought it was like okay for what it was, but then there's like the issue is,
Bro, I'm a Dota player. I basically wear blinds, and nothing else is important.
yeah, I saw something. I wasn't sure if it was true. I can't remember where I saw it on the internet today, but something about like game player based statistics for like the weekend that Overwatch was out, and like all these other games like online get like MOBAs and RTSs and all that kind of stuff reported like a 15% loss, like in terms of like players for that weekend, but Dota like stayed the same. Like no one, like everyone just put everyone just put the blinkers on. So that's Dota, man. But yeah, I mean, like it's an issue that you see a lot in RTS, like in MOBAs and RTS at the moment, is there are like, because hero design has been around for a while, like most of the hero ideas, or the really good hero ideas that are truly balanced and would work in a game like Dota, like have been exhausted, and you kind of see that in like the Overwatch as well, where there's like just some like blatant rips.
Oh yeah.
Of like heroes like that Dota go on. Yeah, that's the one. Chat's pointing it out. It's that one. Yeah. CS:GO, Team Fortress 2, GTA 5, Gary's Mod, and Civ 5 all were affected by Overwatch free weekend.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. That's actually pretty nuts.
But there's a Dota tournament on, so...
That's also true.
Who's your pick for this tourney, mate? The Epicenter? Is it Newbie?
Epicenter, I think Newbie are going to take it, eh? Mainly just for KP.
It's hard to call anything else at the moment.
Like, Newbie looks so good, but they're being, I don't know, OG looks surprisingly good. Like, I feel like if any team's probably going to beat them, it'll be OG. But...
Like, I feel like I was watching that Liquid OG series, and I feel like, Liquid, the games that Liquids have lost, they've had like slip-ups, man. They like play real sloppy sometimes, but then they tend to run similar kind of drafting strategies, and I feel like OG has way more versatility in the kind of drafts they can run.
Yeah.
But in saying that, when Liquid are like on form, like they have this game plan, and when they execute it well, like it's so hard to beat. But it's just like they get sloppy sometimes, and then they just screw it up because they always run real early carries, like Matumba Man, just like Ursa, Jug, or Lycan, or something like that, and they just go real hard early.
No,
Those are my favorite players, actually, Matumba Man. I really like him playing.
I think Matumba Man's quite a good player.
Did you ever watch him when he was in Four Anchors and Sea Captain?
Dude, Four Anchors, man. That was that team with was that the team Jerex? Was it Jerex that played on as well? Was that? Because he definitely played on a team.
I think Jerex was in Hot 6 at the time.
Oh, okay. There's definitely a team with Matumba Man and Jerex. If anyone in chat can remember which one it is, but they.
Oh, that was the before they turned into Team Liquid, wasn't it?
Maybe, yeah.
They're called something. Can't remember now. Oh, Five Youngs.
Oh, Five Youngs. Yeah, that's right. That team was a meme. But yeah, like,
it's like the same team. They just like changed the name.
What happened to Okay, so this is a little bit of my Dota history. So when I first started playing Dota, like I went and watched some Twitch streams because I heard that like Twitch was like, you know, like it. And I watched some Dota streams, and the first Dota streamer I ever watched was Hani, like way back when, he was like my favorite player, man. Like I used to love that old Fnatic team just because Hani was playing, and I used to watch his streams, and I was like, this is back in the days when I think it was like 6.80 came out, so I'd been playing Dota for like 2.5 years, but 6.80 came out, and like Hani was like my favorite player, and then all of a sudden he just drops off the face of the planet, never to be seen again. It was actually kind of sad. I wish Hani came back. Come back, Hani.
Lame.
Do it for me. He used to have like, used to get a couple of thousand viewers on a stream. Oh, hey, those were the days. That's when I used to love watching. I never used to understand why people didn't like Chinese Dota, because like the Chinese games would be going like 70 minutes, and I'd be going like, this is great, you know. I've never seen like heroes with this much farm before, and like all this kind of stuff. And oh my god, what does he do now? And
were you in Dota 1 much?
nah, I didn't play any. This is the first MOBA I ever played,
okay.
was Dota, and that was 2.5 years ago. And that's literally the first. Like, I played a lot of sports simulation games. Like that was my thing. Like any kind
EA
of
Sports Rugby 2006.
bro, that was a banger. It still is. Like, my flatmates will like just bust that one out, and we'll be like, you know what, we're just gonna play some Rugby 06. That was actually so good.
Yeah, it's a fucking stupid game, but it's pretty fun. Just play some shitty team like Namibia or something like that.
Yeah. Dude, Dan Carter was so OP. Okay, like legit in that game, the 2006 release.
Yeah.
You could create a guy, you could create a player, put his stats at full everything, but Dan Carter could still kick further than you could.
Oh, really?
Like even with like
'Cause he
100.
had the legendary star, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like so broken, honestly. Like Dan Carter was the most OP piece of shit in that game, honestly. For those guys who are watching, you can still actually come and say Kiora in chat. The TeamSpeak details are below. Or if you can't be bothered scrolling down, it's twitch.tv/Kai Studios. Sorry, oh god, that's not the TeamSpeak server, don't do that. Go to Kai Studios.
You're already watching.
Yeah. If you can hear me say this, you're doing well, because
you found the right.
because you actually found the right stream. No, KaiStudios.nz :9988.
That's the port number.
That is the port number. No password. Feel free to come in. Come and say hi. How many? Do we have any viewers at the moment? I don't actually have it open. I assume we've got some viewers in chat, from what I can see in chat.
We'll take that.
But if you guys have just tuned in and are wondering what we're doing at the moment, it's kind of just a bit of a chill stream. We did have a player lined up. Won't name the player's name for his benefit, but he's said he'll come back on at another time. Just unfortunately not this week. So it's a bit of a chill feel. It's myself.
He gave us like a coupon for one free interview.
Yeah, I was like, great.
The rain check.
Yeah, he got the
Fair
range.
trade agreement, you see.
Ah, right. I mean, I'm all about fucking over domestic producers with a fair trade agreement, am I right? Anyway, the game we are watching at the moment is actually just No Tail in a pub as a tinker. Well, that's the game I've got up anyway, because we're waiting for
I want to watch that.
We're waiting for the second game of Secret and VP in the Epicenter tournament. Okay, so
I always like going player perspective of when people playing like real high skill cap heroes. I always like cranking the player perspective and just seeing the buzzy stuff they do.
It's actually pretty nuts. Like, it looks so simple, but it's just so difficult. You're like, oh yeah, of course you do that in theory, and then it's like, nah. Now you lost the game. That's the other thing. Like,
so how's old No Tail doing?
He's doing alright actually. He's
1 point into March only at this stage. Just see if he goes for the farming build or the the kill build.
He was full safe lane, so this isn't a mid tinker. This is
really?
Yeah, this is a safe lane tinker.
Yeah, speaking about Matumba Man, I actually saw Liquid run a safe lane tinker once, and Matumba Man played him, and it was really, really buzzy. And I learnt that if you have level 3 rearming then blinking like constantly is faster than running with traps.
Oh,
so
wow.
He was running away from a gank, and it was just like blink, rearm, blink, rearm, blink, rearm, and he just got out of there so much faster.
Okay. That's another thing I enjoy, is that like when you see these heroes that aren't meta come into the meta, like you see so much more cool shit, because it's these guys who know all these tips and tricks that like you just don't see, because you just haven't played them, or they haven't been in the meta. Also makes it harder to verse as
it
well.
also shows the age of the players, that they probably played like Dota 1 back when like Tinker was real broken or something, so they learned all like the real buzzy things about him, and now that it's back in, they just like dig deep into the bank and like get all these old school tricks out again.
Now, I'm not sure if this is the case for everyone. I'm sure chat will help me out here. But like when I first started playing Dota, I simply assumed it was an hours thing. You know, like if you played more hours, like you will get better. Like that's like the only difference between me and say like a pro player is a pro player's played X number more hours than I have. Like because it was difficult for me to understand the skill cap differences. That there was like just people who could fundamentally play better than you.
No, it's also about how much like you're willing to invest into it. Like when you're playing as well, how much effort you're willing to invest, and
That's true.
you know, if you're willing to invest your time to like go back and looking and thinking critically. Because if you're playing or you're practicing and you're not thinking about what you're doing, it doesn't really make much difference because you could just be practicing bad habits and it makes your game worse. You know.
Well, that's the thing is I've also played with players who, like, have an inflated sense of ability because they've never played
Yeah.
with, like, really good players.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I was lucky enough. Like all my mates who got me into Dota when I first started were all like, when this is like, so I played before MMR came out. When I started playing,
Oh, buddy.
that was just when MMR came out, and like so all my mates calibrated. I wasn't high enough level on my account to calibrate, but all my mates went out and they all ended up at like, I don't know, 4K whatever. And so like all my games I'd ever played of Dota before I solo queued were at like 4K, and all I'd play is like support.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I like started solo rank queuing, and like I literally was 1.5k MMR. Like that's what I started as. This is like never played a MOBA before. 1.5k MMR.
Nice. I think because I used to play Dota 1 quite a bit.
Yeah.
I played competitively, but I was probably like 16 or something, and then
Yeah.
played some scrims and teams and things. But then then when Hon came out, like I played quite a bit of Hon when it was in the beta.
All my mates
and I
were
found
on
that
trash.
yeah, well, I found that quite nice when it was in the beta. But when they released, I think it was around the time they released like kill death stats.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, then I'd get into lobbies and stuff, and people were just like, "Oh, yo, you have a negative KD. I don't give a fuck if you play support. You're just gonna get kicked from the team." And
Yeah.
like, and it's so sad how people just like judge you so hard on your kill deaths, like your stats that you couldn't make them private. You know, they had to be public.
Yeah.
And then so I kind of got over that game pretty fast. And also it was just like really stupid and imbalanced, and you'd be walking along and a deadwood would come out of the trees and just fucking blow you up. Nothing you can say about it. It was such a snowbally based game. And then like I went back to Dota, and then Dota 2 came out, but I was still playing Dota 1 on like Garena and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Garena scene like kind of died and stuff because of like Hon and Dota 2.
And having
then
like, decent like
Yeah.
matchmaking service.
so then like a few of my friends were playing Dota 2 for ages, and then I was kind of reluctant to get back in, still playing Dota 1 like not very often because I was going to uni and stuff.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just like got like I don't know, just started playing because they were around and they were playing as well.
Lemo in
But
chat.
When I first started playing Dota 2, like I was doing Dota 1 shit, and then people were just like, "What the fuck? You can't like position 4 roaming tiny or something," you know, just like
Yeah.
doing real random stuff that people didn't do in Dota, and like I don't know, dual mid lanes or something like that, and it was just real funny.
Lemo asks
Probably
in
like
chat.
probably some of it was probably pretty bad as well because Dota 1 it was pretty
Yeah,
bad,
I've
you
heard
know.
that. He asks in chat. He asks who is guest. This is Dylan,
DJ
aka
Pyle, Mrs. Frisbee.
Mrs. Frisbee, DJ Pyle, known by many a different name. But yeah, shout out to Andrew Owen. I'm sure you're in chat, dude. You're always in chat. He used to play con with like Moon and shit, like back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when you only had like when the servers obviously were
US
US
West or something.
servers. Yeah, so Dre always gives us anecdotes whenever Moon's playing of him duo queuing with Moon and all these other
Nice.
trash players.
Oh, it was an important stepping stone for some people.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, you know, I'm sure Dre's in chat, he'll acknowledge it. Dre's just now a 5k scrub, and then Moon's like, just, like getting paid to play Dota, so looks like one of you two made it.
It was all about the lag to the servers. You see, if he had better connection, he'd be in Moon's place, you know.
Exactly. Is that next? I'm sure that next game's probably started now, hasn't it? Has it?
I hope so.
It appears not to have.
Yeah, I don't know if Virtus Pro can bring back Game 2. I have to try pretty hard, pull something out of the bag. It's kind of weird that they did split as well, because I feel like, you know how they replaced Illidan with Silent? I feel like they actually had something real good going on there as well.
I really rate Illidan. Like,
Yeah.
I've always kind of rated Illidan as just as a player in general.
Their new Team Spirit lineup is actually real good, I reckon. They haven't done too much, but like, I feel like Iceberg for me is one of the better mids.
Fuck, I get so irritated with bloody CIS teams and their bloody roster changes, man. That honestly tilts me so hard. Like, it's one week, it's like, you know, that's another issue. That's another general gripe I've got with esports in general.
Is the roster changes?
Yeah, it's because of roster changes, and like the difference between that and like conventional sports is because things like streaming exist. Like a lot of viewers have allegiances to players as opposed to teams, and like that's only exacerbated by the fact that you have all these roster swaps that come through, and so it's like, oh, you know, I really enjoyed Eternal Envy, and I love that Cloud9 lineup. When he goes to like Secret, do I change my allegiances from Cloud9 to Secret? You know, do I, because like he still is my favorite player in Dota, right? And because of that, I like support. I have like kind of supported Secret, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It's a lot different than saying football or like rugby or cricket, where you can just be like, well, my favorite.
You have like contracts and stuff, and you have like way more strict contracts. So you're contracted for a certain amount of time, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because it's not like, must be like a money thing, I guess. Like they get more money for winning tournaments rather than just consistent funding from their organization. Because you could run an organization and just be like, well, if you give us all the tournament money, you win, but we'll just pay you a salary. Like, then the contracts would be a bit more consistent.
That's like my primary issue again with Dota. Like, don't even get me started on fucking the.
Oh.
He's dead. Don't get me started on the like how players get paid. Like for me, like LoL have done it. Like the LoL model is perfect, where it's like the top players, they get a shit ton of money from sponsors.
Yeah.
And then they get like tournament money. Tournament prize pools aren't that big, but it doesn't matter because you've got a sustainable income, like as a LoL player. And like, if you do want to take the money and run, then you go on like stream and career. Like even as a, like, I can't remember who it is, but one of my mates told me the story of some like second tier NA player who went over to career and is now making like $1 million a year just streaming. Like he doesn't even play in a team. All he does is stream, and he makes like $1 million a year.
Mm. You'll look at someone like Sing Sing. I guess they're like a way more streamer than they are a pro player.
Yeah.
Fuck, I want him to qualify for like a big tournament, like a LAN tournament. It'd be so funny, man.
I don't know. Of course I watch Sing Sing stream because like I'll watch pretty much any like probably. Okay, so our TZ, EE, Sing Sing, and Bulldog. If they're streaming, then I'll just watch it. Like those are the four. I'm just trying to think. Like maybe on the outskirts, like Waga perhaps, and like maybe occasionally Demon as well. But that's only because they're on like Demon and Malini and NA are on like a pleasant time for me to view because they play like late afternoon. So
do you watch Godot streams?
No, I don't. Sorry, Australian scene.
Oh mate, I watch Australian Dota.
Wow,
I'm into it. I front, bro. I represent.
Godot plays mostly SEA though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably depends who he's with.
That's true. Yeah, because I was talking to Sam from Explosive Fury from DDT, and they actually have an Australian roster, and then they have an SEA roster, and so they were playing Digital Bunker last night, which if you guys haven't already seen, you can catch the replay at our YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
And was that why Xemistry was playing, or is Xemistry in the team?
Yeah, no, that's why that was why they've got a different lineup, is because they've got a lineup for Australian tournaments, for like the smaller Australian tournaments, and then they've got like their lineup like outside of that. So for like the actual like major tournaments, they've got their lineup, but when they're just playing like Aussie qualifiers, it's that team. Which is
Aussie.
Yeah, DDT. Oh yeah, that's right. They're playing right now. Oh, they're playing in like the I League, aren't they?
Oh, are they? Well, let's see if there's a game up. Or do we have to have a ticket?
Fingers crossed you don't. I'm gonna load up, hopefully Sam's game through Sam now. Oh, it's getting casted. What was it? Is it I League?
Dire's top tower is under attack. Yeah, unfortunately, Slaughter was so close to his blink in the last. I think that's why he went greedy, because if he had both of those kills, I believe he would have had his.
Good. No cap. I hate the Australian accent. Oh, and you can't. You know what? Real good. Real good. I'm just going to free camera that. Who are they playing? They're playing. Who are Rovers? Oh, Lead the Masses.
Oh, yo. The Teletubbies, mate. They are pretty damn good, though.
Oh yeah, there you go. Look at the lineup: Xemistry, X-Rag, Miggles, Elk.
Yeah, that's the lineup they had last night, eh?
Yeah.
X-Rag's playing support now, is he?
I don't know. He appears to be. Like, I know Fury's the Shadow Demon player. Maybe Xemistry. I don't know. Normally X-Rag could play the Prophet, I feel, on this time.
I've seen Xemistry play pretty good Slardars before, though.
True. They're kind of getting beat by a...
We'll take that.
They're kind of getting beat at the moment by a Shadow Demon. Sorry, Queen of Pain. What am I talking about? Queen of Pain.
Alchemist is huge, though. Miggle's got this, G.
Holy crap! Oh, I didn't see Miggles Farm. They're actually running. Like, honestly, if you run that Shadow Demon Elk cheese, like, oh, that's disgusting.
So what's the buzz of this tournament?
The buzz?
Is this a qualifier? Is this the qualifier for I-League?
Starlight I-League, yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. And didn't they change the dates so it wasn't on the same date as the
I heard about that.
Manila Opens?
Yeah. It was like smart but dumb at the same time. Like.
And is this a LAN?
No.
No, it's not because Fury's playing.
Although that being said, I know Fury's going over to Australia at some point for some LAN. They're playing.
So maybe this is it.
And they're also Fury's. They're all going to the Philippines to play in a gaming house for the TI qualifiers.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, they're actually gonna play on zero ping.
Yeah.
The TI qualifiers.
Damn, going hard.
I know. Yeah, that's that full commitment.
Wonder how many other teams around the world who are like amateur teams from different areas who are kind of on the cusp are doing that, eh? Like moving around and going to gaming houses and going real serious. Like just for TI, you know, there must be like such a huge influx of teams like doing that shit around that time.
I think it happens. I've heard it happen like in a few instances in like North America, for example. But like typically, like the reason why they do it, I think, would be like teams that have like massive ping disadvantages by not all being together. You know.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm not sure if they.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sven. Oh, Sven's a hero. Yeah, Sven a shit ton of Echo Saber Sven. This exact build, you go Dom into Echo Saber Blink, and then you like just ult and just kill people. That's disgusting.
Get a crit into that as well, eh? It's just ruthless.
Radiant's
After
bottom
BKB
tower
though.
is under attack.
Gotta get that BKB.
So for those who are tuned in, wondering what you are watching and what happened to Kai Time, this is a variant on Kai Time, more of a Kai and chill. I feel this game or this episode. We did have some plans for a caster, but sorry, not for a caster, for a guest rather on the analyst panel. Didn't come through though, so. You get to listen to mine and DJ Pyle's lovely voices for an hour as we talk shit. Feel free to come on to the TeamSpeak and talk shit with us. The game at the moment we're currently just viewing is the Starlight I-League. So I guess this is like SEA qualifier.
Yeah, it must be because Mongols are playing as well. I don't recognize too many other teams. They're not all Australian teams though. Well, they might be. I doubt that they're all at a LAN. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
That'd be a bit crazy.
I think that is kind of one step though, is like for Australia to get its own qualifying spot in a large tournament. Like I feel like that's something that's gonna help. That would help advance the scene. It'll be like pretty difficult, and like you'd also get, I guess, a bunch of SEA teams deliberately queuing or like trying to qualify through Oz as opposed to
but
SEA.
I guess like it's also like if you do Australian qualifiers, you have to run like Indian qualifiers, and like for all the other random tier servers that nobody knows about. But I'm down for that.
Yeah, okay, yeah, more Dota.
Get like the best Indian team up there. I think it's only Beyond Infinity that's the only Indian team I know.
But like, even if they had like, if they did it so that in the SEA, like the actual qualifier and the open qualifier, if instead of running the open qualifier, or they might run SEA like open qualifier, but you, for the actual major qualifiers, like you put in an Aussie qualifier, so it doesn't mean that they like necessarily like qualify for anything, but they qualify to make the qualifiers on the back of them being like an Australian team.
Yeah.
And like you said, there is like obviously like
like you could do Southeast Asia. You know, you could have the best Philippine team, the best Thai team, the best Vietnamese team. You know, all the, that's kind of skewed though, because there's like way more good Filipino teams than other ones.
But it does just kind of suck that there are like specific servers, i.e. like the Australian server.
Wait, why is there no Indonesian teams? That's a good question. Indonesia has a lot of people. Fourth most
like
populated country in the world.
Fourth or is it third? Oh my god, I think I've had this debate with someone just real recently, and I think I was wrong.
Fourth.
Yeah, I think I was wrong.
It goes China, India, US, Indonesia, I'm pretty sure.
Hold on.
It's like 250 million or something like that.
Because I went
and
to...
Philippines has like 100 mil, which is why there's good Filipino Dota teams, but what's the buzz, Indonesia?
Yeah.
The government's pretty fucked up though, so maybe they don't let Dota in.
That's true. The government is fucked, but honestly, like I went to Bali. Bali doesn't really count as Indonesia, but I went to Bali regardless. And like any like national media outlets, it was just all about the fucking.
Just make sure you leave your communist manifesto at home.
That's true. Although like anything kind of goes in Bali, like there's more. I swear to God, there's more Australians than there are actually like Indonesians in Bali. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that Alchemist is just not dying. Oh, I
lied. He
lied.
his ulti up as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got eggs. Now he's got ulti. Oh no, he doesn't have the Aegis. I thought that was him, but it wasn't. I wish there was, has a damage done statistic. I wish there was a damage taken stat.
Yeah.
Because then, like, it'd be pretty impressive sometimes, like a Morphling or something, or someone with an armlet taking, like, 12k damage.
That bounce. That cask bounce.
Oh, is this the fight? Is this the time?
I feel like I've seen those
with
down
the
much
RNG badge.
Oh my god. How many times did he whack him? What's the Slatter build? Yeah, Blink, Armlet.
Blink Armlet. And it's almost
BKB
heavy.
Full Heart, yeah.
Oh man, I really want to buy this infused raindrop, but I keep forgetting. Because it's like such a good early game item, but you can't buy it at the start of the game. You have to wait a couple minutes.
You don't think about it.
I always just like go back into my old builds, after a couple minutes and just be like, oh, I'll buy this.
I think it's good, like, as like you're either like a mid player or an off laner, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty situational, but like when it's the right time for it, it's so good.
I saw someone do it up against, it was one of the top North American players did it against, I think it was like a Death Prophet mid or something.
Yeah.
Like, went infused raindrop.
Just like, I think it's just so good if you're worried about being ganked, man.
Yeah.
Just like provide you such a buffer.
If you're like, yeah, if you're unlikely to get support rotations in, and you're like up against like a Spirit Breaker, Nature's Prophet, or like I don't know, not a Spirit Prophet, but like a Vengeful Spirit and like a leaner roaming duo or some shit. That's when you pick up your infused raindrop.
Wait, what if you run like a push strat and then right before everyone goes high ground, they will just buy an infused raindrop? It's like a pipe on everyone, and then got a 4-second cooldown.
You'd have to push pretty early, otherwise doesn't the damage like Okay,
Yeah, it's only
doesn't it?
120,
Yeah.
120 it blocks, but it's still nice. Little, yeah,
That's true.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
could be the difference.
Oh, Fury's. Oh, sorry, X-Ray's got it. That's why. Gives like a bit of mana regen, but it's kind of like shitty that like drops on like once you've used the 5 charges, like you
Yeah.
stop getting the mana regen and the
Dire's
damage block
middle
as well.
tower is under
Oh, it's what you gotta, it's the risk you take.
I feel like it'd be better to like decrease it to like three. Oh, that makes it awful. I'm not sure. Like to change that so somehow like you nerf the item or nerf what it does so you can have it kind of like lasting. Like not necessarily the damage block, but just like the mana regen.
Yeah, but then you're just gonna end up
Dire's
selling it
turret
because you need the
has been
slots.
killed.
That's true.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. We'll take that.
Hulk's actually so big.
How much? What's the mana regen compared to Bassi?
Just a real good question.
It's more than Bassi.
Well, because Bassie's percentage, isn't it?
Nah, Bassi's 0.65.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of Sobi. Meister says Stud plus has damage taken stack, he's pretty sure.
Dire's middle tower is
A
under
bit of a
attack.
sellout to Dota Buff Plus there, I feel that. I had the feature gifted to me for a month. I didn't really use it at all.
Oh, really?
Especially because, like,
I was considering buying a subscription for Anzac Dota and then just like giving it like to the castles or whatever so they could look up stats for the games.
okay, that's a pretty good idea. Is Fury is masterfully going to live? Just great bait.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Great bait. But, yeah, I mean, like, I typically use Yasp. Like, if I want in-depth stats, I just use Yasp. Like, Yasp is so good.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard of that one.
Yasp.co. It's like, it like passes like so much more of the API, and like my favorite
Yeah.
thing on the entire thing is it gives you a word cloud of like things that you've like all chatted and words that you've heard all chatted, and it gives it to you like in a word cloud. So like the
Oh,
words you
really?
say most often's like front and center. Yeah,
Just like fuck off.
yeah, exactly. like fuck and shit and noob.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle
That'd be so funny if it
tower has
recorded you talking as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd definitely B would be my most spoken one.
B.
Because when like I don't know, sometimes you're in a game and it's not the time to fight, and then people are just trying to fight anyway, and you're just spamming B, like just get back. I'm not fighting. I'm not with you. I'm farming. You know.
The scan comes out. I assume that's a.
Dire's
Oh,
middle
Radiant
tower
scan.
is under attack.
Still no second game in that secret series. Don't quite know what's happened to that.
So what's the surprise for Miracle? They said they were going to do something for him for
I
getting
think-
9k MMR at the tournament.
They gave him a bottle of Moe.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I assume that's what the surprise. I know he got given a bottle of Moe by Epicenter for reaching
Yeah.
9k, so I assume
Oh, that
that.
was probably the surprise.
I assume that was the surprise. But
Funny.
getting a bottle of Moe for reaching. Dude, like Epicenter, man.
They
like,
should have given him like a case of cigarettes and a pallet of Red Bull. That's
Done
his
it.
jam, bro. He just fucking drinks heaps of energy drinks and
Real.
smokes a shit ton of cigarettes.
Oh yeah, he's a
And
he's
that's
a
how he
chain
grind.
smoker.
That's probably how he grinds out 16 Invoker games in a row or something.
Yeah, he's
You
just
know?
like it's during that 3 seconds of TP, he just picks up a cigarette every time. Just has just a deep drag to carry his team.
Oh, I would love to live in a place where I could smoke indoors and play Dota at the same place.
Yeah. All
Oh,
the
that'd be so much fun.
I typically see it on. I've seen a bunch of like
Didn't like Dire's
bogan
top tower
Australian
is under
streams.
attack.
Oh, actually, okay. Speaking of the scene, shout out to the Aussie chick who had like a ton of views earlier today. I can't remember her name, but she was some chick streaming and had like 100 views. So, congrats! You're doing
Yo.
better than Bunny because I didn't see tits.
What?
So congrats. I mean, like not to rag on Bunny and like, and what she was and how she attracted viewers, because like, hey, if it works, right? Like, but I did show my non-Dota playing flatmates, and I was like, hey, so this is the top streamer in New Zealand and Australia, and they were like, lol.
Well, I didn't even know who she is, so there we go.
Do you not know who the fluffiest bunny is?
No.
Oh, she's like she's moved. Oh, she's like the top streamer. I'm sure.
But
Patricia.
is she good at Dota?
No. Oh, how do you? Oh my god. Alrighty, I'm sure Patricia C, if he's still in chat, Bronson can give you the lowdown on the fluffiest bunny, because he is her #1 fan. But
Oh yeah, he's a bit of a donator.
not that much of a fan. I'll link you there. I mean, hey, it works. It's actually in this. If anyone else hasn't heard of the fluffiest bunny, it works for her. And I mean, hey, she is obviously making a living off it. So if I had those talents,
Congratulations.
I would.
She has beaten the capitalist system.
Yes, through the power of teenage boys and their wallets, or their parents' wallets.
Hey, you probably have been following Australian Dota 2 longer than me, because there was a while where Dota 2 was out and I wasn't into Dota 2. How long has it been since there has been other teams that can compete with Godot Stack? Because I know he wins pretty much everything, or like 50% of the tournaments, and it's been that way for a while. But recently, there's been a few upsets of other teams beating him. Has it normally been like that, or has it been more recently that other teams have stepped up?
Like, there was kind of a base of Australian players who you could kind of say, like, these guys could be competitive. That was back when, like, you had, like, when, like, Slicks played in Australia, and players, like, before, like, Kyo and KP made the move to, like, Korea, and that kind of stuff. There was, like, like, any, because there was... As per the Australian scene, there were many different iterations of those teams, and those guys could have beaten Godot, like, could beat Godot, or if those players were playing against each other, it was kind of like a toss-up as to who would win. But
yeah,
I'm really surprised, actually, like, Godot hasn't tried to make a move, like, overseas, honestly. Like, if I was at his... I mean, I don't know the full extent of, like, his position, but I think at least he's got a brand that, like, he's probably the strongest Australian Dota 2 brand, right? Is like Godot.
Yeah.
I am, and I guess that's why he stayed here, is because, like, his brand is the fact that he is a Dota 2, like, an Australian Dota 2 player. But, like, I feel as though for him and, like, anyone who kind of wants to make it at the moment, they do have to head overseas, which is kind of awful. But then, like, you look at, say, like, the Korean scene, which is typically probably where you'd want to go if you're a Australian Dota player. Like, it is kind of like the dream to get into the Korean scene, because it's like the Australian scene ability level, but with, like, just a shit ton more money in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
What's your opinion on paying for tickets in games?
I think people can use it as a model, but, like...
Well, you personally, do you like paying for tickets?
No, I haven't bought a ticket in so long. When I first started watching Dota, I'd buy tickets, but that's because I wasn't big on, like, that was when I hadn't truly immersed myself in Twitch, per se.
Yeah.
Like, and
so because you can get it free on Twitch, you just go there instead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather go and get it from Twitch. Saying that though, last year I was on shitty ADSL at my flat, and like that, and I bought a couple of tickets then simply because, like, I wanted to watch the Dota, but like, not watch it on a shitty stream. But that's it. Like, that's the only time. Like, I would much rather go to Twitch. Also because I'm kind of a fiend for Twitch chat. Like, I can't help myself. But I do kind of enjoy.
You're a bit of a memer.
I'm a bit of a memer. I do enjoy like Twitch chat and what that brings, as dumb as it is.
Yeah, I bought a couple of the ESL recent tournaments, and they're like $5 each, I guess, and so it wasn't really that much.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably buy the compendiums.
Oh yeah, I'll buy compendiums because, like, that's just Val's way of saying GG, give us your money. And also I can justify it in my head I can always justify it in my head because I look at, well, how much time do I spend on Dota versus how much time do I, like, spend on Dota? Or how much money rather do I spend on Dota? And I spend like no money. I don't buy sets or anything like that. I don't bet on Dota. So I don't like really spend any money whatsoever on Dota except for compendiums, and I can always internally justify that by being like, I'm like for 20. Oh, nice man to dodge by Miggles.
Hard.
Yeah, I don't know. It does look as though we are coming to the hour mark, so as much fun as this has been, we will wind down and keep to the schedule so all our fans can make sure they get to bed on time. But before we go,
those of you who aren't grinding pubs all night,
which is like none of them, because let's be honest, that's what they're all doing. I mean, I probably won't do that this evening. So any shoutouts, anything you wanna plug while you're here?
Nah, I'm pretty good. Let's go to Teletubbies.
Nice.
Maybe that's my plug.
Alright,
I have the faith.
Let's go DDT.
But Rovers, yeah, I haven't really seen these guys. I know who Lead the Masses is, but that's other than that, you know.
I've heard of Lead the Masses.
They seem good.
But I guess I'll give a quick shout out as well as we see actually DDT are just, we'll wait because DDT are about to win the game.
Ah, yeah,
Maybe.
We'll watch the end.
Maybe.
I reckon they got this.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna do another man to dodge, isn't he?
Oh! Holy shit, that's a play. Miggles just knowing that he's coming in, so tactically times the stun. There's like no way you beat this Alchemist. That's so retarded. I've run this shit before.
Yeah, like with the Octarine, the cooldown on Chemical Rage is like almost the duration. Like 8 seconds downtime.
And he's like, look, I'm just going to channel a stun just in case someone might come. He would just mount it. Every time. He's out of his mind. But yeah, I guess I'll... Oh, stun's ready and prepped again, because... I mean, it's a...
Because Earthshake is dead.
Alchemist. But yeah, I mean, that is actually GG. Great timing, guys. Great timing to end the game right as we're going to finish the stream. So this has been Kai time, a bit of a different Kai time than normal. It will resume regular service next week. Fingers crossed. Hopefully you don't have any guests pull out the day off. Yeah, so we'll catch you next week at the same time, same place. I believe they're going to be digital bunker games happening this week. Don't 100% know that either way. But yeah, so make sure you tune into the stream. Just keep an eye on our Facebook and Twitter. Links again below, because that's where you will find all of the information you're looking for. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. No problem. Alrighty, we'll catch you guys next